What up, YouTube? It's your man, Mike C. And you ever wanted to know how to change the door panels on your Cadillac CT6? Well, in today's video, we're going to find out just how to do that. Follow along with me, and I'm going to show you how to do some custom vivid wrap that I found on Amazon. And let's find out how to take these door panels off. Let's go. All right, y'all. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is I couldn't find no videos out there to explain it to me how to take this door panel off on a CT6. So I did a little bit of research and found some videos, and I'm going to take what I learned from them and try to share along for the CT6. Now, right now I have some wrap that I got. It's the some kind of carbon that Vivid had. Now I put it up there and tried it. It's okay. It's a little loud though. It sparkles. Looks kind of nice. Almost looks like crushed diamonds or something like that. Put it up there, tried it. Decided to go with something else. But when I put it on there, I took the door panel off. Took me a little minute to get it off, and I'm gonna share with you now in real time how to get it off. Just to show you the process. Of course, you're gonna need your pry tools. These are the ones I got. You wanna find you a corner. And it pops right off. Now, I know I made that look real easy, but it's not that easy, y'all. It's easy now because I'm gonna show you why. If you ever try to take these off as a Cadillac CT6 owner, I'm gonna tell you what's going on. If you got to the point to where you was pulling it, and you was wondering why it wasn't coming off, I'm gonna show you why. Let me see if I get a close up. On the inside of this thing, these things right here, it's a little tab right here, and it's a tab right here. For somehow it's screwed to the inside of the door on the back side, on the backhand side. So in order to get the panel off, you have to actually keep pulling, take your time, because you don't want to break this, of course. You got to take your time and get all the tabs out, and these have to break, unfortunately. There's no other way that I can find out how to get it off other than taking the door apart and all that. But once your tabs is out, up at the top, and your tabs is out at the bottom, when you get to yanking it and wonder why it's not coming off, this is why. These two tabs. So just keep yanking it. Be gentle, and it'll come off. And that's, of course, if you want to even go through the trouble of taking it off. Another reason why I'm doing this video is to show you that you can do this without even taking this off, and it'll come out just as clean, it'll come out just as neat, and you ain't got to go through the trouble. So follow along with me today, people, and we're going to try some vivid wraps. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Stay with me, and let's go. All right, guys, this is going to be the side that I wrapped without taking the panel off. It was a lot easier to wrap it without taking the panel off, and I didn't have to go through that much trouble. It really wasn't that hard. Cut it, you know, looks pretty neat. You know, and I did that without even taking it off. So now that I'm going to take it off, let's see how easy it is, or it's going to be in live time, and how hard it's going to be just doing that. I want to heat it a little bit to get it going, and then I'm just going to try to peel it off. You don't want to put too much heat on it because it is the inside of the door. The inside of the door is sensitive. I'm gonna try to get one of these corners started. Of course, if you're using the blade, be careful. You don't want to, you know, damage or cut anything that's on there. All right. It's a little windy out here, so I apologize if it's shaking back and forth. So I use the blade to get it started a little bit. Then I use the plastic piece because, of course, you don't want to damage anything that's under there. And I'm going to heat it up a little bit just to soften it up a little bit. It ain't really too bad. Once you get a little piece going, just peel it off. Easy. So in my opinion, just landing over there and cutting it is way more easier than taking the door panel off. You don't really have to risk breaking your tabs or anything like that. All you got to do is remember to cut it really neat. And then if you put something on there to try it, you know, you can always take it off and go with something else. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and I'll show you my end results, and we'll go from there. Thanks for staying with me. All right, guys, so here's the piece I'm going to do. As you can see in this light right here, it has a different little shimmer to it. It's nice. You know, it look like I think it's called a crushed carbon fiber, something like that. Gives a nice little sheen. But taking it off, I was able to wrap it all the way around like this, though. So there are some advantages to taking it off, because that way it wouldn't come back up, or I wouldn't have to worry about it coming back up. But still, there's an easier way to do it. And these tabs right here, let me see where it's at. It's right here. This one right here. And this one right here. These are the two that are connected to the inside of the door that I was explaining to you guys about. You have to like pull them, and they'll eventually break up off of here. But that's what they're stuck to. All right. So I'm gonna see how easy it is to take this Vivid Wrap off. I'm gonna heat it up a little bit and then start peeling it off, and see in real time exactly how easy it's gonna be to get that off of there. All right. I'm gonna get my heat gun and start going on that process. It does look nice with that shimmer. We're just gonna try something else. All right. All right, one sec. See what I did is found a corner to get it started. And start peeling. Seems to be real easy to come off, guys. Not really that bad at all. Peel up over the corners, up over the edges, take it right off. Find your nice piece. Just begin to put it all off. Real easy, no residue. Pretty easy. Pretty self-explanatory, actually. And let me explain something else. Let me yeah, something. I want y'all to see me when I say this. I want y'all to feel me when I say this. Now, this whole time, I'm wondering, when I used to see these back in the day, and they used to say these was like wood grain. You got the wood grain interior. When I finally took this off, this is plastic. This is plastic. Ain't nothing wood about this. Nothing. This is a plastic piece. A little disappointed. An expensive car with a plastic piece on it. So if you feel like putting wrap on it is cheapening the car or anything like that, I absolutely believe that me wrapping it actually adds more value to it because I'm putting some time into it. You know, now it might not be everybody's taste, but it is customizing it and putting a little bit of time and effort to a plastic piece. This is plastic Cadillac, plastic. Thought you could do a little bit better than this, at least for that type of a car. Now I ain't complaining because it does look nice, but it's just plastic. Just my thoughts. Moving on. So yeah, just keep on wrapping it. It ain't really that bad. Like I said, no residue coming on here. Pretty easy. But once I take this off, I'm gonna go through a couple of different options because I did order a couple of them, and I'll show y'all the ones that I ordered. You know, pick one, and I'll show y'all the easier way to put it on versus taking this off and going through the stuff that I'm going through right now. So follow along. We'll get this taken all off. When I come back, I'll share a couple different options I got, and we'll go from there. All right, stay tuned. And here's a video of the dash I did, guys. Now this right here, I didn't even take this panel off. I just laid it over top and cut it. Came out just as clean, just as nice. You don't have to take it off. Do it pretty clean. We'll just leave it on there. Just take your time. Just take your time. Now also in my model, I have this carbon fiber strip going down here. Now this, I do believe, I complained about the door panels being plastic, but this right here, it does appear to look like real carbon fiber. I'm not for sure. I'm not going to take it off. But since it is golden brown, like the door panel was, I'm going to get a black carbon fiber piece to go here as well. This little trim piece so everything will match. But yeah, this is an example of doing it without even taking it off. You know, so I'm going to take this off too, go back to the original and try something else. Another thing I was doing, you guys, I suggest, I was going around with samples. These are some of the samples that I got. That way you don't have to necessarily be married to what you choose. Like I said, this was a carbon fiber that looked pretty good on the internet, but when I got it in person, it looked all right too. But it's just a little out. This one is an example of a more brushed carbon fiber, but it almost looks like camouflage a little bit. Like I said, I rode around with it on the door panel. I know I was looking crazy, but like I said, before I get actually married to it, I just wanted to see what it's gonna look like. This one was pretty slick too. But then again, it might be a little out. This is all from Vivid. Actually, this is kind of sweet. It looks a little bit like I don't know, reminds me a little trucky. I have a couple other examples too. But yeah, I suggest riding around with them, man. Give you some chance to feel what it's gonna look like. Ride around with them on your door panels. Ride around with them, you know, taped around, just like you would be doing at your house. You know, you be hanging samples all on the wall, saying what you're gonna go with, and that way you get a feel for it. And if you don't like it, you can just take it back down. Yeah, cut me a couple samples. Yeah, this is an example. Now I'm gonna take that off, and again, give y'all some examples of what y'all can do and how y'all can do it without even taking that stuff off. All right, stay tuned. All right, guys, now it's time to wrap the piece. Here's the piece right here. You know, now I'm gonna take from my few examples that I got. You know, what I like to do is, again, order a couple samples, test them out to see what they're gonna look like. This one was pretty nice, especially if you have something like a truck. It's pretty unique. They had this one right here. Just kind of looks like a snake pattern. This one is a forged, some kind of forged carbon fiber. It looks kind of like velvet a little bit when it's on there when the light hits it. And I decided to go with this honeycomb. A little subtle, makes it look a little nice there. All right, here's your piece. Get you some alcohol, clean the area off. Alright. Now what I did, I kind of pre-cut this so I wouldn't have too much overhang. Take it off. So you want to leave yourself enough room on the edges so you can pull and stretch it. I don't let the heat do the work. Don't want to get it too hot though. Now I'll fold it around, cut all this excess off, and I'll be right back to show you all the final results. Yeah guys, you definitely want to cut down your excess, that's the word. Then you cut it down, you fold it right over the corners. Give it a little bit of heat. I said the good thing about this vivid wrap is if you get into a pickle, you can always take it off to get the wrinkle out. Almost like wallpaper, like this wrinkle right here. I can just pull it up, pull it back up, stretch it in two different directions. The wrinkle comes right out. When you get around here, you can also make some relief cuts, release some of the tension on these corners. Just don't cut too much because then you won't be able to wrap it around. And that's again if you want to do it this way. Just fold it all the way around. That way you assure that it's not going to peel back up. See, when you get to a corner, heat it up, pull back, stretch. I'm sorry for my angle. I can't get every angle to show you exactly what I'm doing, peoples. I'm trying my best with this tripod. As I'm doing it, I'm trying to explain what I'm doing. If I can't show you exactly. If you have any questions, just give me a comment or ask me in the comments. I'll help you out. Stuff is pretty self-explanatory though. If you get a wrinkle, just apply a little bit of heat, rub it right out. So I'm going to continue this, guys, and show you all the final project, and then we'll get to putting it on the vehicle. Right now, so far so good, it's coming out pretty clean. I don't know if that's picking up on camera, but yeah, it's coming out pretty clean. All right, so I'll continue this, and then I'll show y'all how it looks like in the vehicle, right? All right. All right, guys, here you go. Just like that, all done, nice and clean. Edges are nice. You just got to take your time and stretch it over. Then when you fold it over, just seal it down. Add a little heat to it and seal it down. And I also like to go back over it again when I'm all done. Give a little heat just to make sure everything stays. And I apologize for the lighting, people. In my garage, a little gloomy outside today. It's not as nice as it usually is. There we go. Nice and neat, nice and clean. So there are some advantages to taking it off. I had to wrap it, or got a chance to wrap it all the way around, so it ensured that it won't come off, and it's making it clean. So now that I got that done, let's go take it to the Caddy and see what it's gonna look like. All right. All right, guys, now here we go with the insulation. Let's hope it goes in just as easy as it came out, and let's see what it's gonna look like. There's a little hook right here that you have to make sure you get lined up first. Right here. I think that hook's in this area right here. Once you got that hooked, put the top in. Always like to make sure it's in there. Pop the top in, bottom should pop right in just like mine did. There you all go. Now those two things that I was telling you about on the inside, they do snap off. And as you can see, the clip that's in the top and the clip that's in the bottom, hold it completely in there like it's supposed to, so it shouldn't be no problem. Me, I think that looks fairly nice. Nice little look. See if I can get a close up. It's not as loud, as subtle. Okay? It's a little matte and a little shine too. So now, we'll do the other side without taking it off and see if it's just as easy and if it's gonna come out just as clean. All right, let's go to the other side and see what we can do with it. All right, and guys, here's the side. Here's my driver's side. We're gonna do this without even taking it off and see how it works. I apologize for the windiness or the shakiness of the camera. It's windy outside today, y'all, and my tripod is a little flimsy little thing, so it might shake a little bit. Bear with me. But yeah, take your little alcohol pad, clean it off. You want to make sure ain't no residue, anything like that. It's very windy out here today. That's a piece measured out. All right, here we go. I left myself enough room on the ends to tuck it in there real nice. A little heat and let's go. So if you have the two right here, it allows you to push it all the way in there and smooth your wrinkle out at the same time. So when you're at the top, when you get this blade, be very careful. All right, guys, there you go. Nice and clean, nice and flush, nice and neat. Didn't even have to take it off. The edges. Now there is a wrinkle here, and depending on your level of OCD, you know, I can keep messing with it if I wanted to. All you have to do is heat it and rub it out. But I think it came out pretty good. Nobody can really tell unless I'm looking at that specific spot. And when I'm standing up, you can't even see it. So yeah. Now it might take a little bit longer to do it this way because you have to cut it and make sure your cut is right. But in my opinion, taking this panel off, again, if you want to break these tabs that's in here, you could do that. But it was much easier this way. And I don't have to risk breaking anything else by taking this off. So let's do the dashboard and the other trim pieces and see how that turns out. And hopefully it will be just as easy as that. All right, stay tuned. All right, guys, here on the dashboard, I'm going to apply the same technique without taking it off. I've already cleaned the dashboard with an alcohol pad. Make sure it was dust free. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the doors without even taking the panel off. Hopefully it should be easier because I don't have as many curves and it's a little straight flat surface. So let's apply this and let's see what it does. Now with the heat gun, guys, I wasn't applying direct heat. It's pretty much off in the distance. You don't want to apply too much heat directly on it because it will melt it. And now I'll do my relief cuts. Again, guys, you want to be careful with your blade so you don't cut what's behind it. A little bit warm and stretch. See how I heat that corner up? Mold it right over top of it. Again, guys, just take your time. Just take your time. How well it comes out depends on you. If you want to rush it, it's going to look rushed. If you want to take your time, make it look neat, it'll look neat. Again, I'm gonna get all this little excess off trim, but you guys get the point. To me, again, it's much easier just to leave this stuff on. You don't have to risk breaking it, taking it off. As long as you take your time and stay neat and consistent, you can do it too. So I'm gonna cut this off, cut the excess off, show you all the final project, and then we'll move on to this this gold piece down here. Same process, just so it can match. All right. All right, guys, there it is. There's the final project, or how it came out anyway. It ain't final, but it came out super clean, super neat, you know, without taking it off. Now I'm going to try to move on to this bronze piece, golden brown piece at the bottom. The camera picked that up. What appeared to be carbon fiber was on there. So what I'm going to try to do, or what I'm going to do, is replace that with carbon fiber that matches what I have going on. Okay. These little gold strip, these little strips right here, they're also from Vivid. All this wrap I got from Vivid. Look them up on Amazon. I won't give them too much of an endorsement because they ain't paying me to do this. But their wrap is easy to work with that I've seen so far. It seems to hold up. So I'm going to take this. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick up with how I'm doing this, but it's the same process. Same process. Take this around here and stretch it all the way across. I've already cleaned this with alcohol, so I'm going to do that piece, show you on the final result, because it's basically, again, the same process when you get around the corners. Make sure you stretch and cut. Find you a nice sweet spot in here and cut. All right, I'll do that, show you the results. I don't think my camera's going to be able to, can't get the good angle on there, y'all. I'm sorry about that. There we go. And here it is, guys. Now, this is the final project. I think it came out pretty neat. The camera's picking that up. Came out clean. Didn't even have to take anything off. Like I said, everything matches now. I even threw a little piece down here. That's how it came out. Super neat, super clean. And this is the door. Now, excuse me for the, if it ain't super clean in here, because it's still January, and plus I've been working in it, so excuse me for that. But yeah, I think that came out pretty nice. Modest. I'm still, you know, a little different. And if I don't like it, I can always take it off. All right. Nice. So just like that, guys. If you guys are interested in doing this on your Cadillac CT6, there are two different ways I showed you guys how to do it. One is taking the thing off, or your door panel off, and the other one is just wrapping it while it's already on there. There are some advantages to taking it off. There's definitely a lot easier to keeping it on there. Just take a little bit more time. Again, take your time. However it comes out is however you want to make it. As long as you're taking your time and make everything neat, I think you guys will be perfectly fine. Again, this is a 2017 Cadillac CT6. And I think the results speak for themselves. You know, if this helped you, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I want to give a shout out to Jet Fuel Only. That's another Cadillac channel. If you guys go check him out, he could give you some other ideas on how to customize some badges and how to customize some doors. But again, thank you for stopping by. I promise you guys I will get back to the Harley stuff. This is a Harley channel, or excuse me, a motorcycle channel. I love my Harley. You see it in the background, or I don't know if you see it in the background. It's back there somewhere. I will get back to that. And other stuff, I don't plan on doing too much stuff with my Cadillac. I just got it. I love it. But I did want to show you guys how to do this door panel because there wasn't any videos out there for the CT6. So again, guys, thanks for stopping by. You could have been anywhere. Decided today to come check me out and how I did this door panel. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time in the next video. Stay tuned, and peace.